Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you for everything that you've done and all that you've served to be here today. It is time to get this party started, this 10 years in the making party started. My name is Jamie Gillette. I am the daughter of an Air Force veteran, the adopted daughter and sister and proud wife of Navy veterans. I'm going to try my very hardest to get through this without crying. And I've got a couple pages, so please bear with me. I have had the profound honor of serving as the vice president of the Howard County Veterans Foundation since its inception. And I have to tell you, I have been waiting a very long time for this day. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize the resounding and unwavering support of our local government veterans organizations. Without all of you, we would not be here today. If you are a current or former elected official, please stand and be recognized. We are also joined by a number of veterans organizations, including the Howard County Commission for Veterans and Military Families, American Legion's Post 156 and 300, VFW Post 7472, and Marine Corps League Detachment 1084, as well as representatives from state and national leadership for these organizations. Please stand and be recognized. Ten years ago, this monument existed only as an idea, a quiet conviction held by a small group of people who believed that Howard County's veterans and military families deserved a little more than a line in a county report. They deserved a place, a permanent, beautiful, enduring place where their service could be seen, felt, and honored, not just on Veterans Day, not just in November, but every day. 10 years is a long time to believe in something that you cannot see, but here we are. There were bumps along the road, for sure. There were moments when fundraising stalled, thank you, COVID. Moments when logistics felt impossible. Moments when the voices of uncertainty, sometimes even our own uncertainty, were louder than the voices of faith. And through every single one of those moments, the men and women in this community, our donors, volunteers, county and state leaders, artists, veterans, military families, they showed up. They kept going because that, I would argue, is exactly what this community learned from the people this monument honors. You keep going. You never stop. Look at what we built together. 3 stars rising from the earth, each one representing a different chapter of service. The veteran who served, the family who waited and carried on, and the fallen who have given everything. A reflecting pond, a place to sit, a place to breathe, a place to say, I see you, I remember you, and you matter. I want to say something directly to the veterans and active duty service members here today. You are not invisible in Howard County or in our hearts. You are on our PTAs and in our youth leagues. You've become our teachers, our firefighters, police officers, and our neighbors and friends. And for too long, we walked past you in grocery stores and soccer fields without fully understanding the weight of what you've carried or the grace in which you carried it. This monument changes that. It says, in stone and gold and water, we know and we are grateful beyond words. And to the military families, the spouses, the parents, the children, the siblings, I want you to hear this clearly. Your sacrifice is written into this monument too. Because when a service member deploys, a family doesn't pause, life doesn't pause. You carry on, caring for children, managing households, holding your breath, holding the family together, with a void where someone that you love used to stand. That is its own form of courage, and it's honored here. Will all veterans and military families please stand? And to our Gold Star families, Thank you for being here today. I'm so sorry about that. Your loss is not a footnote. It is at the center of why this place exists. We hope this becomes what we always dreamed it would be, a place of healing. A place to come and remember the one that you lost, with tears, yes, but also with hearts full of joy and pride for who they were and what they stood for. Please stand and be recognized. Howard County is home to more than 20,000 veterans and military families. 20,000. That's not a negotiable number. They live among us, shape us, and serve this community every day, long after uniforms come off. Today, we are finally able to give them something that will outlast us all. This monument is not just a place for the veterans of today. It's for the child who walks through Bailey Park 50 years from now, who stops and reads the names and learns what it means to give your life in service to something larger than yourself. That is the gift we are giving today. On behalf of the Howard County Veterans Foundation, welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for helping to make this dream real. Now I would like to invite Jonathan Branch, Chaplain, American Legion Post 156, to the podium for our invocation.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. What a gorgeous day. What a marvelous occasion. Shall we pray? Gracious and almighty God, we gather here today with grateful hearts to dedicate this monument as a lasting tribute to the courage, sacrifice, and devotion of our veterans and their families. We pause in reverence to honor those who have worn the uniform, who have stood in the gap for freedom, who have given of themselves so that others may live in peace. Lord, we especially remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, whose names and stories are etched not only in stone, but in the fabric of our nation. We lift up their families who have carried burdens unseen, offering strength, love, and unwavering support throughout every season. Bless this monument, O God. May it stand as a symbol of remembrance, a place of reflection, and a call to gratitude for generations to come. Let all who pass by here be reminded of the cost of liberty and the enduring spirit of those who defend it. Grant comfort to those who mourn, strength to those who serve, and peace to all who carry the weight of duty. Bless those who are on the battlefield even now. We ask for their protection and that when the battle is over, that they return home safely to their families. Unite us as a community and as a nation in honoring these heroes, not only with words, but through lives marked by service, compassion, and justice. Bless those who have labored to plan this monument and to build it from a concept that was shaped years ago to the reality that will be presented here today. We dedicate this place in humility and gratitude, trusting in your eternal presence and guidance through the ages to come. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Kicking off the program. Today you will hear from a number of esteemed guests, including some elected officials, community leaders, and members of local veterans organizations. Ms. Sarah Elfreth, United States Congresswoman, Maryland 3rd District, sends her regrets for not being here today. She's currently fighting the good fight for our citizens down in Annapolis. We miss her though. Now to introduce our first speaker. I'm glad I get to use this one in the kickoff too. I kind of like this part of the program. One person without whom none of us would be standing here today. Over 10 years ago, Robert Gillette looked at Howard County and saw a gap. 20,000 veterans and military families living, working, and raising children in the community with no permanent place to call their own. No monument, no memorial, no anchor. He decided to fix that. I should mention, for those of you who don't know, I am his wife. So when I tell you that this man is relentless, I say that with complete authority and only just a little bit of exhaustion. As an 8-year U.S. Navy veteran himself, Robert didn't just found the Howard County Veterans Foundation. He and Wanda willed it into existence and brought us all together. He had a vision and sought paths forward when the goal felt impossible. He rallied this community and the foundation when momentum was hard to find. He kept the dream alive through every obstacle, every delay, every setback, because that's what veterans do. And this man is tenacious. He has organized our annual Veterans Day Parade and spent the better part of a decade making sure that the words "thank you for your service" meant something more than a passing phrase in Howard County. There were DoorDash dinners, a lot. I mean, guilty, I do it too. Weekends that were booked up, conversations that somehow always circled back to permits, fundraising, and monument logistics, and I would not trade a single one of them because look at what it built. It's so pretty. Today he gets to see what that decade of work looks like in 3D and ready to share with the world. Please help me join. Please help me at this point in time. Please join me in welcoming the president of the Howard County Veterans Foundation, the most caring, selfless, persistent, dedicated, and most wonderful man I know, Robert Gillette.
Good morning. If anybody knows where that gentleman is, can you please send him forward? Thank you, Jamie. Good morning, and here we are. What began as an idea became a vision, and today, emotions. Today stands before us as a lasting tribute to service, sacrifice, and love of country. It is my great honor to stand before you and formally declare mission accomplished. This monument is a result of more than a decade of dedication by countless individuals, organizations, volunteers, and supporters who believed, as Jamie said, Howard County needed a special place to honor our veterans and military families. It's been my life's greatest honor to serve as the president and board chair for the foundation for the past 10 years. But I did not make this happen on my own. This was definitely a team effort. And our team had the help of countless individuals, too many to name. However, I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to recognize and thank my board of directors whose leadership, commitment, and perseverance made this day possible. To my wife, Jamie, thank you for your creativity, your leadership, your wit, and the joy we have in watching you as our master of ceremonies. Your wit and humor makes sitting through these long speeches a bit more bearable. And then personally, I want to thank you for your unwavering support and love throughout this journey. To Lisa Terry, Howard County's tireless advocate for veterans and military families, thank you for your extraordinary devotion. Thank you for your extraordinary devotion to those who have served and for being our number one cheerleader for these past 10 years. Thank you, Lisa. To Kim Agnor and Dan Kim, our past and current treasurer, thank you for your faithful stewardship of our resources, keeping the books clean, and most importantly, keeping me out of jail. To Cole Schnorth, thank you for leading our capital campaign to secure the funds necessary to transform this monument from an idea into reality. To Major General Howard Mooney, whose leadership first set this mission in motion. General, who unfortunately is not able to be with us today because of some family health issues and sends his regrets. But General, I'm proud to report the objective has been achieved and the LZ is secure. And for the Marines in the house, we've stormed the beachhead and planted the flag. And last, but certainly not least, Wanda Riddle, my vice chair and co-leader of this magnificent organization. Your wisdom, dedication, steadfast devotion to the cause, and our friendship that carried this project forward every step of the way. You personify what it means to remain calm in the storm. She kept me calm as well. And words cannot fully express your impact on this organization, this community, and on me personally. Thank you, Wanda. I also want to recognize and acknowledge the remarkable team that designed and built this monument. Artist Larry Kirkland and his phenomenal and extraordinarily talented team. Thank you, Larry. John Grant of Public Art Services, Joseph Kuser and the amazing craftsmen of Kuser Fountain Works who put this beautiful sculpture together. Mr. Shane Walter of Hamel Builders, our project manager. Thank you, Shane. And the amazing construction team of North American Millwright, led by Jeff Harris and Casey Baxter. Where are they? I think they're hiding in the back, right? That's where they are. This entire team's extraordinary skill and artistry transformed stone, water, light, and open space into something profoundly meaningful. So thank you for making something so beautiful. Now, every element of this monument was intentionally designed to tell the story of military service and sacrifice. Larry Kirkland envisioned this to be a sacred space, a place for reflection, remembrance, and gratitude. The gentle sound of the flowing water from the fountain quiets the noise of the world around us and reminds us of the passage of time connecting past, present, and future. Not just for those who served in the past, but for those who serve today and those who will serve tomorrow. At the center of the monument stand several stars, each carrying deep meaning and symbolism. The first star, floating above the water, represents the call to service. Engraved upon its points are the enduring values that guide all who serve. So when you get a moment, I want you to read those words. They're profound. There are 3 quotes engraved into the basin, and those quotes were chosen because they speak to why we serve, the duty to honor those who have served, and to define the burden that our military families carry. Together, they tell the timeless story of service, a story renewed generation after generation. A lot of wind here. The large blue star honors military families whose loved ones are serving in uniform. Draws on a tradition from World War I of hanging a blue star when a service member lives in that home. It's also pointed upward toward the heavens. It symbolizes hope, devotion, and the prayers offered during times of separation and uncertainty. The gold star in the middle honors those who made the ultimate sacrifice and the families who carry that loss forever in their hearts. It is formed from the hollowed out section of the blue star, symbolizing the void left behind in their absence. Its reflected light represents the memory, enduring love, and eternal presence of those we will never forget. May its light forever shine as brightly as their spirit. As Jamie mentioned, we have several of our Gold Star families. You've sacrificed so much for us. We hope this can be a tangible reminder of your children and how much you all mean to us. We are worried about crying. All right, but encircling the sacred space is a white marble bench crafted from the same marble used in our national veteran cemeteries. It symbolizes the embrace of the community that stands beside those who serve and the families who serve alongside them. And you can see it reaches around like arms, hugging the sculpture. This monument now belongs to you, the people of Howard County. It is your solemn responsibility to honor it, preserve it, and ensure future generations understand the price of freedom and the enduring strength of those who defend it. In a few moments, the space will be open. When you enter, I ask that you pause and reflect. Take a moment to reflect not only on the beauty of the monument, but on the courage, sacrifice, and devotion it represents. Read the words. Read the quotes. Ponder the meaning of each. Reflect on the symbolism of each element. And above all, remember those whose service and sacrifice made our freedoms possible. May this sacred place ever remind you that our veterans and military families must never be forgotten. Thank you. God bless our veterans and military families, and God bless the United States. I believe Dr. Ball, you're up next, sir.
Don't go anywhere, Bob. Come on over here. And Wanda, can you come on over too? So, as everyone here knows, that there's a tradition when someone has risen and met a challenge, that they get something to commemorate meeting that challenge, something that they can hold on to each and every time that maybe they face another challenge and they wonder if they're up to it, to remind them, yes, you are. I want to present each of you with a challenge coin. These two have led an incredible effort, and you should be commended, and I appreciate you for living up to the challenge. I also have an executive proclamation, and it reads, whereas the Howard County Veterans Foundation has been dedicated to honoring the people and family who have served our nation since 2016, and whereas the Howard County Veterans Foundation has provided education, awareness, and advocacy on behalf of the 20,000 veterans and military families of Howard County. Their vision is to build a permanent, public artwork and outdoor space that appropriately honors veterans and their families, and they did it. Howard County government has long supported our brave residents in uniform, and this monument is just one more symbol of gratitude for military members and their families. Howard County government recognizes the partnership between itself and the Howard County Veterans Foundation in developing this vision, securing the property, commissioning the artist, and bringing the monument to life. Now, therefore, I, Calvin Ball, County Executive of Howard County, Maryland, do hereby proclaim May 14th, 2026, Veterans and Military Families Monument Day in Howard County, Maryland. Would the rest of the board please come up? My tie was a gift from my dad. And I wanted to share that with you all. His favorite color was blue, and my dad was not unlike many veterans. He was a hero to our nation and a hero to our family. Just like other veterans, he taught so many lessons of leadership, of dedication, of love beyond oneself, and of sacrifice. And just like other veterans, his loss is felt each and every day. This monument is an opportunity for everyone in Howard County, the great state of Maryland, our nation, our world, to come and reflect, to remember, to honor our veterans and the families who love them every day. And I want to thank everyone here who helped make this vision a reality. There are so many dreams that sit on shelves gathering dust to be remembered and regretted for not having come to fruition. This is not one of them. And today we celebrate, but today is just the beginning of the next chapter that we write together. As you come and visit this monument, and I hope you are here frequently, may you remember, veterans, your service and know that you are honored, valued, and celebrated. And may all the families remember the veterans who have impacted our lives, whether it's donating food, being at a PTA, or just giving a blue tie. God bless you, God bless America, and thank you so much.
Next, we'll have Senator Clarence Lamb will give some remarks on behalf of the Howard County delegation.
Thank you, Robert. I'm going to ask the members of the delegation to come up behind me because it really is a team effort to be able to help contribute to this wonderful dedication today. And it were not for the support of our wonderful delegation, we would not be here. And I'll touch on that in a second. But to reflect on the mission accomplished, Robert, never doubt that a dedicated group of men and women in service will be able to get the mission done. And so our credit and hats off go to all of you as we're able to stand here in this profound moment of honor to be able to dedicate this remarkable monument to so many folks who have given so much, and their families as well, in service of our community and also our nation. I know that this has been years in the making. And I know from talking to Robert and Wanda and so many others who have made this happen that we have been here for many years to be able to commemorate this occasion. First, with the concept. And when Robert kind of shared that concept with us, we were all struck by how important this type of a place for reflection is for our community. And that's why we came back year after year to help support that. And I remember, Robert, you had a thermometer with the amount of funding that was needed, and the mercury was rising. But we also wanted to contribute to that. And that's why I had my staff count up the support from the state to be able to help bring this to fruition as well. And I think the state, through our budget over many years, have been able to chip in to help support $1.5 million to the creation of this monument. And that's through the support of all the folks that you see back here behind me. And now that they're here, I'll take a moment to recognize them. Delegate Guzzoni, Delegate Feldmark, Senator Hester, Senator Guzzoni, Delegate Watson, Delegate Ziegler, and Delegate Moreno. When it comes to our state's budget, it is a reflection of our priorities and our values. And that's why we felt like it was so important to be able to help uplift this project year after year after year to make sure that we could stand here today. And I do want to reflect on the fact that it is especially important. This monument also recognizes the families. And those military families we often speak of are the silent service, the spouses, the children, the parents, the grandparents who wait and worry and keep the foundation of our community strong while their loved ones are away. And to all the families that are here today as well, thank you, because this monument honors your strength as well and recognizes that your service is a vital thread in the fabric of our country, and that all of our men and women in uniform and our veterans would not be able to accomplish what they have been able to do as well without the embrace and support of the families. And so can we have a round of applause to so many of them who are here too. And so as we unveil the monument today, in the heart of Howard County, in the center of downtown Columbia, along the shores of Lake Kinnamakundi here, steps from the People Tree and the new Lakefront stage that we just opened, embraced by Millie Bailey Park. Millie Bailey, who so many of you know, remember, and cherish, that we're able to open this new place of reflection, a place of healing, and a place of education and remembrance for future generations. And so we want to commend you, Robert, Wanda, the foundation, so many others, and all of you in the community who helped bring this to fruition, to help make this happen so that we together can continue to recognize the important and lasting contributions that our veteran community has made and will continue to make here in Howard County. So thank you so much. On behalf of our entire Howard County delegation, I would like to ask Robert and Wanda, representing the foundation, to please come up here because we have a citation to present on behalf of the Howard County delegation as well. And I'll ask our House Chair, Delegate Natalie Ziegler, to present our citation from the Maryland General Assembly.
Thank you. So this is a nice short one, I promise. Be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to the Howard County Veterans Foundation in recognition of their unwavering dedication to creating a permanent tribute honoring the service and sacrifice of our veterans and military families. Presented this 14th day of May, 2026.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow members of Veterans Commission, and most importantly, our veterans and their military families. It's a good day to be a veteran in Howard County. I personally would like to thank those veteran commissioners who came before me and turned a dream into a reality. I'm a former Marine, wounded in a combat zone with a disability, and that is my superpower. It made me want to help my fellow veterans and their families, and this is a proud moment. There are moments in a community's life when time seems to pause, when we gather not just to witness something new, but to remember something eternal. Today is one of those moments. As we stand before this monument, I'm struck by the quiet of the power, what it represents. Not just service, not just sacrifice, but love. A deep, unwavering love of country, of family, of one another. A love strong that ordinary men and women were willing to give pieces of their lives, and sometimes all of their lives, so that we could live ours in freedom. This monument is built of stone, but it carries the weight of stories that are anything but cold. Stories of young service members who left home with a duffel bag and a promise. Stories of parents who stood in the doorways watching their children march towards duty with pride and fear intertwined. Stories of spouses who learned to sleep on one side of the bed, waiting for the day that the uniform would walk back through that door. Some of these stories ended with joyful reunions. Some ended in folded flags. All of them changed the world. As the vice chair of the Veterans Commission, I have had the privilege and heartbreak of hearing these stories firsthand. Veterans who speak softly about moments that would shake us to our core. Families who carry memories that cannot dull. People who remind me again and again that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward in despite of it. The monument is for them, for the ones who served, for the ones who waited, for the ones who never came home. It is a place where tears are welcome, where silence speaks louder than words, when future generations will stand and ask, who were they? And we will answer, They were the best of us. Let this monument remind us that freedom is not inheritance, it is a gift renewed by every veteran who raised their hand and said, "Send me." It is a gift paid for in sleepless nights, in empty chairs at dinner tables, in memories carried quietly for decades. And so today we dedicate more than a monument. We dedicate our gratitude. We dedicate our promise to remember. We dedicate our commitment to carry for every veteran who walks among us and to honor everyone who lives only in the hearts. To our veterans here today, your courage humbles us. To the families, your sacrifice etches into the monument as surely as any name. To those who have lost, we feel your presence in the wind, in the flag, in the very ground beneath our feet. May the monument stand as a beacon of remembrance, a sanctuary of reflection, a treatment of unbreakable spirit of those who served. We honor you, we thank you, and we will never forget. In closing, Benjamin Franklin once said, "Any society that gives up a little liberty to gain a little security will deserve neither and lose both." May God bless our country, and God bless the veterans.
Good morning. My name is Bill Milner. I'm the past commander of VFW Post 7472, and I'm a longtime member of the American Legion. On behalf of all the veteran service organizations of Howard County, I want to welcome everyone who has come out to this dedication of the Howard County Veterans and Military Families Monument. I also want to thank all the individuals and organizations who have made this day possible. I served in the United States Navy on the rivers of Vietnam from May of 1969 to May of 1970. As a United States Navy veteran of the Vietnam War, I know firsthand the sacrifices that have been made and are still being made by our veterans and their families. In fact, the first time I saw my mother cry was when I left for Vietnam. It's not an easy life serving your country, and that hardship is shared by those families, members waiting for their loved ones to come home. You have heard about how this monument came to be, so I will not repeat that. But every veteran and their families appreciate the effort that has been made to recognize and honor what they have given to this country. Veterans, regardless of their branch of service, raise their hand and swear to support and defend the Constitution. They do so knowing that they may face the ultimate sacrifice in serving. Likewise, their families know that the oath taken may place their loved ones in harm's way at some point in their career. Every veteran embodies the value of courage, honor, and commitment when they enter the service. I would ask each of you, think about personal stories of veterans that you may know and to remember them and their families as you look at this monument. Not just today, but every time you visit the Lakefront. The mission of the Veteran Service Organization is to serve veterans, their families, and the community. I encourage all of you to continue to provide support to the veterans and their families here in Howard County and wherever you may meet them. They deserve our respect and support for what they have given this country. Thank you, and God bless America.
Thank you, Bill. My name is Christy Smith. I'm the regional president for Howard Hughes Communities, and we are so proud to have been, a small partner in this journey along the way. First of all, a huge congratulations to Robert and the foundation. We've all seen the renderings, and to be here today, you've outdone yourselves. It's incredibly stunning. It's beautiful. So thank you to the Howard County Veterans Foundation, Howard County leaders, and everyone who helped bring this important project to life. It is an honor to be here for the dedication of the Howard County Veterans and Military's Family Monument at Millie Bailey Park and to celebrate this meaningful milestone for Howard County, for our veterans and their families. On behalf of Howard Hughes Communities, we are proud to be a partner on this project and to support a monument that will serve as a permanent place of honor, reflection, and gratitude for this community. Projects like this matter. They create places that tell the truth about who we are and what we value. This monument will give residents, families, and future generations a place to pause, remember, and say thank you. Congratulations again to the Howard County Veterans Foundation and to everyone who helped make this day possible. And most importantly, thank you to our veterans and their families. We are honored to stand with you today and always. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sean McInnes, the President and CEO of the Columbia Association. It's a real honor to be here today for this long-awaited, meaningful moment for the community. We officially dedicate the Howard County Veterans and Military Families Monument. What a truly tremendous day it is. On behalf of the Columbia Association, I want to express our profound gratitude to the men and women who have served this country with the utmost courage and selflessness. We also recognize the families who served alongside them, enduring countless sacrifices that often go unseen. Because of your service, we're able to enjoy the freedoms and opportunities that define this nation and the community. Your commitment has protected not only our country, but the values that bring us together as neighbors. This memorial is a commitment that we will remember and that we will teach future generations about the sacrifices made to defend freedom. And that here in the heart of Columbia, there will always be a place dedicated to remembrance and gratitude. This memorial exists because of years of vision, persistence, and dedication from the Howard County Veterans Foundation and so many committed community partners who refuse to let this dream fade. Because of their efforts, veterans and military families have a permanent tribute worthy of their service. For those of us that had the opportunity to attend the event last night and hear Bob Gillette talk about the path that it took to get here today was so inspiring to hear. It was truly inspiring, Bob. It can't go unnoticed that the group of people coming together to make something like this happen takes a decade. But that commitment and persistence is truly admirable. We are incredibly proud of the Columbia Association Lakefront, a place where the community comes together, will now also serve as a space of reflection and recognition for generations to come. And in many ways, that feels exactly right. Because without the sacrifices made by our veterans and their families, we would not have the freedom to enjoy places like this, to gather openly as a community, and to share in the traditions that bring us together. It's only fitting that this space now also stands as a lasting tribute to those who made the freedoms possible. To all veterans here today, thank you. Thank you for your service to this nation, for your leadership in this community, and for the example you continue to set for all of us. And to the military families with us today, we honor your sacrifices as well. And thank you for all you've carried in support of those who've served. It is a privilege for the Columbia Association to stand with you on this historic day. Thank you.
Exciting moment number one coming your way. One of the things you've been waiting for. Will the Howard County Foundation board members and County Executive Ball please join me at the podium, please? We have a little monument to dedicate.
All right, let's get to it. Normally, our elected officials get up to come up here and give proclamations, so I figured it's about time we gave one to them. So here we are. It's a proclamation of conveyance for the Howard County Veterans and Military Families Monument. Whereas from the earliest days of our nation, men and women have stepped forward in service, answering the call to defend liberty, protect the innocent, and uphold the ideals which our democracy rests. And whereas in recognition of that enduring sacrifice, the Howard County Commission for Veterans and Military Families was established in 2011 to serve those who have served, to support their families, and to envision a permanent place of honor within our community. Whereas in 2016, the Howard County Veterans Foundation was formed, united by a solemn purpose to create a lasting monument of remembrance, education, and gratitude. One that would stand not only as stone and steel, but as a reflection of our collective promise to never forget. Whereas in 2017, artist Larry Kirkland was commissioned to give voice and form to that promise. And through the shared commitment of veteran service organizations, the Columbia Association, Howard Hughes communities, public partners, and countless citizens, the Columbia Lakefront was chosen as the eternal home for this monument. And whereas through the generosity of many individuals, philanthropic organizations, and the steadfast support of the state of Maryland and Howard County, this vision moved from hope to reality, marked by groundbreaking in June of 2025 and fulfilled here today in the spring of 2026. Now, therefore, be it solemnly proclaimed that on this 14th day of May 2026, the Board of Directors of the Howard County Veterans Foundation does hereby and with deep reverence convey and present the Howard County Veterans and Military Families Monument as a sacred gift to the people of Howard County, Maryland. May this place forever stand as hallowed ground. May it be a place where names are remembered, sacrifices are honored, and stories are passed from one generation to the next. May those who gather here find space for reflection, gratitude, healing, and resolve. And may we, as a community and as a nation, remain ever mindful that the freedoms we cherish were secured through sacrifice, sustained by service, and entrusted to all for safekeeping. So proclaimed, so commended, and so dedicated, now and for all time. They served, we remember.
Good afternoon. My name is Catherine Provost. I'm with Senator Chris Van Hollen's office. I'm joined by my colleague and Senator Van Hollen Stars of Valor Fellow Drew Rotolo, and Senator Also Brooks, Representative Ricky Powell Graves. Danielle, I will let you speak for yourself. I know. First and foremost, you've been so incredibly patient. I know everyone's so eager to get up and admire the monument up close. But Senator Van Hollen and Senator Also Brooks regret that they could not be here today. They are in Washington, D.C. today fighting the good fight on Capitol Hill, but want to thank you so much to the veterans, to the military families, to the Howard County Veterans Foundation, to all of the elected officials and leaders in Howard County for everything that has been done over the past 10 years to make this monument possible. If I may take a point of personal privilege, very much looking forward to bringing my child, my nieces and nephews, as I know so many other families are, while they're playing in Millie Bailey Park, to take the opportunity to call their attention to the monument and explain to them the sacrifice, the meaning of service, taking that opportunity to educate, to remember, and to honor. So thank you on that point. But we do have a senatorial citation from Senator Van Hollen. So if I could call Wanda and Bob back up. They've been doing a lot of sitting and standing. We're going to make them do it one more time. Yes, you should just stay here. This citation is presented to the Howard County Veterans Foundation on the occasion of the dedication of its Veterans and Military Families Monument in recognition of the remarkable efforts to fulfill the vision of a monument to honor the sacrifice of Howard County veterans and military families with appreciation for their courageous service to our nation, and with gratitude for this enduring gift to the community that will serve as a place for reflection, remembrance, and education. Signed today, Senator Chris Van Hollen. Do you want to do yours, Danielle, first? Do you want to do yours and then we'll all get out together? Oh, sure. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kat. Good morning. It is a great honor to be here representing Congresswoman Sarah Alfrith, who proudly serves Maryland's 3rd Congressional District. Unfortunately, she could not attend today due to legislative business in DC, as previously mentioned. As a member of the House Armed Services Committee, HASC, the Congresswoman works to advocate for military personnel, veterans, and their families here at MDO3 and beyond every day. She also has family members who served and recognizes the tremendous commitment and sacrifice it takes to dedicate one's time to serve their country. We thank you. District 3 contains a large military presence, including active members, civilian staff, and contractors, and retired service members who have wisely chosen it to make their home. The Congresswoman takes pride in advocating for the military community, and our office frequently works with the federal armed services agencies to help individuals get the help and support they need. The Congresswoman congratulates you on this momentous milestone. In addition to the senatorial certificate, I am also presenting a citation, and I would like to present this certificate of special recognition to the Howard County Veterans Foundation in dedication to the Howard County Veterans and Military Families Monument. It is signed Sarah Alfrith, Member of Congress, on this day, the 14th of May, 2026. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Time on deck, 1,200 hours. Mark on the colors. All those that are able and willing to stand, please stand. Ed. Arm.
Closely can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
big moment number 2. But first, in closing, we would like to thank the Columbia Association for hosting the picnic, Mission Barbecue for some delicious eats, Howard County Chamber of Commerce and Giant Food for our desserts, and the Collective Restaurant for beverages. Before we cut everybody loose and we all descend on this gorgeous installation, we get to officially cut the ribbon. So, as with big events, there are a few photos to be taken as well, so I will give instructions for that. But first, in closing, final closing, thank you all for being here today. Thank you for your tremendous support, your unwavering dedication to this project, to our veterans, our families, and our community. Please give yourselves a final round of applause.